Hi, my name is Tracy Hillstead, and I would like to approach this council about a series of texts sent by Mayor Bill Hoster on the public forum Facebook, the Facebook page Lee's Family Fun on August 1st, 2024, and I've made copies available for anyone who would like them. In the bottom of the paragraph on the first page, the mayor starts off by saying, the property owner, meaning me, referring to Todd Muse, the former owner of the grocery store, had his rent doubled. And in the material handed out, you'll find a statement from Todd Muse saying rent is $2,000 a month, and he has paid that since 2008. And then you'll also find a contract which says that we were raising the rent after we did the parking lot and painted the buildings and did the HVAC system. It was $2,650. That's a far cry from doubling the rent, and that is proof of there. And on the first page it says that the building, the mayor is stating, the building where the market is now has had zero interactions with the town. During the Washington County Fair, I was on the committee responsible. We made a place in the market building to house a structure with props and everything, and whoever wanted to come was welcome to. As we continue on page 2, Mr. Hester states, unfortunately, the property owner has played victim and pointed the finger to everyone else, and that's not true. Just you, Mr. Hester, for spreading that on the public, for spreading untruths on the public forum. And on the bottom of page 1, the mayor states the property owner has wanted to put in more trailers, overnight staying, business office, which are required to comply with code standards. And that's fine with me, as long as those standards apply to everyone. Currently, there hasn't been anyone that's paid less than 30 days for a stay. And even if it is no longer an option on our current status, we are always working to develop new ideas to better serve the community. And on the last page, on page 2, the mayor states the store renter had his rent at least doubled, would be $4,000. In that contract, you'll find it doesn't say that. And then he had a lease thrust upon him, which he couldn't finance. Well, what can I say about not having a lease? You learn the hard way. Banks don't accept written contracts and promissory notes, and the tenants can leave anytime they like. And we were requiring that he sign a lease. Insurance companies, they don't want to insure you if you don't have a lease. So the mayor ends the page by saying, I think we're all disappointed in the owner's management of the property. And he's shaking his head, yes. Finally, on page 3, we learned in Bill Hoster's own words, I tried buying it before becoming mayor to fix it up and help Todd out. Well, Mayor, the property has never been for sale, and it still is not. Then you later said that since becoming mayor, I have been familiar with several others who tried to buy it and put a store in, etc., but the owners want to triple the value of the property. The property is not for sale, and it's not you to determine what it's worth. So anyway, we have never suggested that our property was worth more than a proper appraisal or evaluation. Thank you for your time, and I want you to all know that I appreciate having a chance to speak with you and set the record straight, to clear my name. If you have any questions, I have adequate proof of what I've said.
Well, that was fun. we've tried to be as patient with you, Tracy, as possible. And
Do we have other comments?
We try to be as patient with you as possible, Tracy, on this. You keep fighting the town on your business license. You don't want to comply with the law. And if you know
that is not true. That is not true. There's a letter here that explains what has happened with the business license for any of you to read.
So we're happy to work with you as long as you comply with the law.
We are complying with the law. Absolutely, 100%.
Ready? Good. Wasn't gonna speak. Lori Hunsaker, 10 South Main Street. I was just gonna suggest for the transportation plan that, or actually for the hillside ordinance, one of the biggest stumbling blocks and why it got us into court all these years is there has never been an absolute defined which system do you use. That has to be spelled out and everyone has to use that same system, or we have different slopes and then there's room for disagreement and that's where you get. As for this, it's just so hard for me to come to these meetings. You and I, Mayor, you and I have had our issues, but you invited me to a meeting you had with Tracy and her mother. I have never, that's one of the reasons I left this council, because never have I seen somebody lose it like you did with them, with spittle coming out of your mouth, telling them to never tell you to be quiet. It was your meeting and you told me to my face, I called you, Mr. Mayor, and said, I just heard a rumor and saw something on Facebook that said, you're trying to put a Maverick on Main Street at the market. If there's any truth to it, just let me know. And if there's not, and you want me to go slap him around like a redheaded stepchild, I will. You said go slap him around, redhead. And so what did I do? I got my hair colored red that day. That's how I remember, sir. And I called Nate and I said, excuse me, Mayor didn't say any of that. In the meeting with Tracy and her mother, who you called an idiot and stupid. How old was your mom?
She was 93.
93-year-old and a resident of this freaking town, and you call her stupid and an idiot for not selling to you, and no one will ever buy from you because she wouldn't sell to you. Every word of that is accurate and it's on a recording. You did the recording. You wouldn't let me record. You had a recording, she has a recording. And then we can find out what the truth is. Yeah, sure, because you absolutely lied to me. You sat in that meeting and said that you wanted a Maverick in Leeds on Main Street. Lying piece of crap.
Well, folks, sorry for the entertainment tonight, but there's always three sides to every story. And you just heard one that is incredibly off. It's another that's not accurate either.